And welcome to Transform My Trading. Today is Monday, November 10th, and we are looking at the NQ chart right now. I mainly traded off of the NQ today, and on the right side is the 5-minute chart, on the left side is the 1-minute chart. And also the lines here, the red lines are the TMT support and resistance levels, and the green ones are the TMT support and resistance levels, angles. So the red ones are the levels, the green ones are the angles. This dotted blue line is the day session open. The solid blue lines are overnight high and overnight low, which is below here. So, and I do have the RSI at the bottom. So basically what we trade is we wait for the market to come to one of our levels, either support and resistance levels or angles. And then based on the RSI, we execute a trade. We like to see, ideally, we like to see a double bottom at one of the levels and with an RSI divergence, and then we can go long, or double top at one of the levels or angles with RSI divergence on the overbought section, and then we can go short from there. Now today, on the 5 minutes, as you guys could see, the market opened up here. It climbed higher. It gave us one good trade when it came down right here and touched the TMT level and angle together right there. That was the first buy, and market climbed higher. Now there was a good short around here. I didn't short it there. I really wanted it for the market to come and touch the TMT level, and then I would have had more confidence to short it. So it didn't, and I let it alone. I didn't trade that. So once the market dropped, there were several trades, scalping trades. There was one on the long side here. I didn't take that when the market touched the day session open. And then when it broke the day session open, it came back and touched the day session open from underneath right there. That was a good trade actually to go short as a continuation, because we had the day session open and the TMT angle. All right. Again, I didn't trade that one. I let the market do its thing. When the market came down here and found support at the TMT angle right there, and look at how we have a good divergence. Market came down here, it kept going further down, but RSI was going higher. That was my first buy right there. Now, just to be fair, I did buy it here. I made a small profit. It stopped me out, and then I got in right there again. Okay, so when you're trying to do a reversal or trying to find the bottom, you have to be willing to know or accept the fact that you're going to be stopped out a few times. If you have to be okay with that concept, otherwise mentally it will drain you. All right. So that was the another trade right there. Market then came back up and gave us a really good trade at the day session high. I mean the overnight high right there, and we had the overnight high and the TMT angle. That was a short. It came back down to exactly to the TMT level right there, and climbed back up. And once the market or the RSI climbed back above 50, that was a good entrance right there. If this was an aggressive entrance, if you really wanted to wait for more conservative, once it broke the day session open, it came back down right there and touched it, and you could have just taken that trade. Now this turned out to be the bottom of the day, the low of the day. Uh, as the market climbed, it was pretty choppy right there. Again, tomorrow is a kind of a holiday, so the bond market is closed, so there wasn't much. I mean, the market was climbing, but it was very, very slow. It did give us few other opportunities on the buy side right there when it came down and touched the TMT angle, and the second one right there. This was a better one because we had an oversold condition right there on the RSI. So this was another continuation trade. And then the last trade of the day was this one right here. I'm going to expand this. When we had a, I this is a really, really good example of the TMT system. We had a double top right there at the TMT level with a divergence on RSI and market. And look at this bar right there, this one. It was a reversal bar, market tanked there, and you could have just taken pretty good profit right there if you were still trading up until then. All right, so that's about it on the TMT levels and angles on NQ. Again, the key is to wait for the right setup, the levels, and divergence. If you can do that on a daily basis, you're going to be successful in trading the NQ. All right. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up and I'll get back to you guys.